This is the famous iron bridge that gets referenced in the 8th temple in Tiger's Nest Monastery. Starting the trek. Are you up for the challenge?
Yes!
Beyond this point, every stair seems like a very good place to pause and take pictures of the monastery. And this is the final glimpse of Bhutan that we'll be able to get. And good morning. On this chilly early morning, we've started on our hike to the Tiger Nest Monastery, which is on that hillock you see behind. It's going to be a challenging hike as we hear, and this is one of the most famous points in Bhutan. The Taktsang Lakhang, or the Tiger Nest Monastery visit, is considered something that you should not miss when you are in Bhutan. So we started from our stay at 6:45 a.m. in the morning. We packed our breakfast. All of that is loaded. So this hike is going to take anywhere between 5 to 6 hours for an average trekker. And there is a set of viewpoints along the way. There is a view of the Tiger Nest from close by at a cafeteria halfway through. And there is also a view of waterfalls along the way. And this hike has an elevation of roughly around 500 meters. And that is expected to be covered over a 3-kilometer walk, which understandably means it's going to be steep for the most part. So we are prepared for the challenge. Starting the trek. Are you up for the challenge?
Yes!
Walking into the woods now. It's so cold that I can't feel my nose. I'm at the cafeteria now, which is the halfway point. We get a very good view of the monastery from here, and we are at about 1.7 kilometers from where we started. So that would roughly put the trek at around 4 kilometers one way up. So far the terrain has been uphill, but it's not been too steep. There is a lot of stairs, so it's relatively okay for anyone that has had any bit of activity in their lives to kind of come up to this point. Mentioning all of this specifically because when we looked up about this hike on the internet, we found a lot of articles that were kind of alarming. They seemed to kind of exaggerate the effort required to climb uphill, but it's definitely okay for anyone that's maybe under 55-60 years of age to come at least up to this point. So we, from the cafeteria here, we go a little uphill and reach the viewpoint over there, and from there it's a set of stairs that we need to go down and then climb up from there to reach the monastery. Climbing down the stairs, and beyond this point every stair seems like a a very good place to pause and take pictures of the monastery. So after we climb the first hill down, we get rewarded with this wonderful view of the waterfall. And now we'll have to climb this other hill up, on which lies the Tiger Nest Monastery. We have finally reached the Tiger Nest Monastery. So we are expected to register here, get the tickets, and also make sure that we adhere to the dress code that they follow. No half sleeves or shorts allowed here. We'll have to cover up in full, both our limbs and legs. We've just finished our visit to the temples in the Tiger's Nest Monastery. It was such a peaceful, meditative and spiritual experience. The stories that we got to hear of Guru Padmasambhava and how he tamed the evil demons was fascinating, and there were also other manifestations of his that we were able to see. And between the 6th and the 7th temples, there is a section which offers a view of the Paro Valley, and it also gives us a view of the point where we started our hike from, the parking area, and also the cafeteria where we took some rest. That would definitely give anyone who visits here a very good view of how successful they've been in terms of hiking this trail and reaching this peaceful, absorbing temple. The visit to this temple is totally worth it. Anyone who plans to come to Bhutan should definitely make a visit to the Tiger's Nest Monastery. Returning back from the visit to the Tiger's Nest Monastery with heavy hearts, of course, and in a way this also brings to an end our trip to Bhutan. So would definitely love to visit this place all over again sometime in the future. Back again to our base after a successful hike to the Taktsang Lakang. It was an experience to savor for all of us. It was wonderful. After returning back from the hike to Paro city, we had a late lunch and strolled along the vibrant marketplace for some souvenir shopping. Woke up to this view the next morning, and before we signed off from Bhutan, we had to check out the famous Paro Strip to witness skillful flight landings and takeoffs. This is the famous iron bridge that gets referenced in the 8th temple in Tiger's Nest Monastery, where a king from 15th century came to Bhutan, built temples to cure people of the Paro Valley from the leprosy that was spreading across the town. And he also got to build this iron bridge, and as a symbolic representation of that, we see a statue in the temple where he holds a link in his hand. We are at the Chusam Bridge where rivers Timpu and Paro meet together. And this is the final glimpse of Bhutan that we'll be able to get, and we've been asked by our guide to walk across the bridge, soak in all of the last minutes that we have in this tour.